today with Lori Tharp, interviewing her about the 70s. So, Lori, what was one of your favorite memories of the 70s?
Well, that was the year I graduated high school in 1977.
Oh, that's great. And did you participate in any of the disco activities?
No, I used to watch it on TV with Dick Clark, but there was nothing. I did not do anything with the 70s.
Okay, and did you have a favorite band from the 70s?
Queen was my all-time favorite and still is. And I remember MTV was just coming in that time, and I saw them do one of their songs on there, and it just ruined the song for me once I saw what the band actually looked like. Their whole image was terrible. I did not like their flamboyant scarves, and it just didn't, it ruined the song. But so then I had to get that image out of my head.
So they weren't cool enough for you?
No, because I had a different picture of what I thought they were, and that wasn't it.
Okay, what was one of the craziest hairstyles that you saw or had?
Well, some of the kids in our school, they had giant afros, as big, I mean, their head looked tiny, their hair was just huge, and they would carry wire picks in their hair, which at this year now would be considered a weapon. And all the girls there were from Greenwood. We call them Greenwood hairstyle. It was just huge, just big hair, and almost like the bumpets now is what I would say, just a lot of teasing of your hair.
What about frozen dinners? Did you eat a lot of those?
Well, there was a lot of kids in my family, so we could only get them when they were on sale, and I loved, when I moved out, I had frozen dinners. The turkey one was my favorite. I like the little dressing in there, and the gravy, and the dessert was the best in there at that time.
Did you go see Star Wars when it came out?
Yes, I did. We had to go all the way to Glendale, which was far from where we lived in Speedway. And the line was all the way around the building, but that was where the only place where it was the opening night. So me and my friends wouldn't have stood in line to see Star Wars.
Did you have any of like the popular fads like pet rocks, lava lamps, mood rings, clogs?
Yes, I did. I remember wearing clogs, and they really made a loud noise when you would walk. And my pet rock, I had a pet rock, and I remember it on my dresser in the little box the little cage box that it came. And I had mood ring. I can remember getting a little paper, and I had lost it, and I didn't know what to do because we didn't have the internet back then, and I didn't know what each of those colors meant to know, hey, what does blue mean? What do these different colors mean? So one of my friends had an extra one and gave it to me.
And what were the clothes like, I guess, like popular clothing style?
Well, we used to wear hip huggers, bell-bottom hip huggers, and you had the really wide white belt. I can remember having a white belt that I wore with my hip huggers, and they had tube tops, halter tops, and I remember the boys, their shorts were really short. You could always see their pockets and their cut-off jeans, and everyone wore long tube socks up to your knees.
Last question, did you have any video games at the time?
Well, I remember when we got Pong, and it was so amazing. On your TV, you had this one little tiny ball, and you could either, on the hard version was your little flipper was half of the size of the regular Pong, and then you would just move that ball. It was like tennis, but it was on your TV. Black and white TV, mind you.
Oh, well, that sounds pretty challenging. That's all for the interview. Back to the classroom presentation.